All right, Clint, so what are you doing here?
Well, what I'm doing is projecting, I should say.
Can I walk behind this thing?
Yeah, absolutely. Only small bits of cancer.
That's my warthog.
Yeah, he's manifesting right there on the screen. So all I'm doing really is I'm projecting a couple of things onto that object right there. We've got a basic 3-part camera system. So it's a projector that projects, in this case, structured white light. And then we've got what's called a time-of-flight sensor. And that sensor senses depth. And it senses that interaction between that structured white light and that object. And it's creating a point cloud. Millions and millions of points that's capturing in all of this data. And then we've got a really high pixelated RGB camera, a basic RGB camera on the bottom that captures all the color. So that's how we're able to get color and texture and all the details. And with that basic 3-camera system, man, we're able to pick up all the little nuances and cuts and crevices of this skull and antler set, or skull and horn set.
Down to like 1,000th of an inch.
Down to the 1,000th of an inch. Yeah, we are really, really accurate with this stuff. And you can kind of see as this manifests.
This is Jeff, by the way. You all probably read some of Jeff's articles over the years. Worked for a long time for
you're going to get some writing. You're going to get some write-ins on that.
American Hunter, and now freelances. But the reason why they're here is this is Trophy Scan. You all are going to be hearing a lot more about that. And I want to encourage you to check out this week's show because we're actually going to take an interview and talk about Trophy Scan in detail. So what's the point? I guess would be the question. Why would we want to scan this, Jeff? I mean, that's what people... So, okay, this is cool. This looks really cool.
So there are 3 basic reasons why you might want to scan an animal. One, you might be interested in scoring the animal, so we can score it just with the click of a button. We've run our patented proprietary volumetric software to score it and measure it if you're into that. 2, we can make a life-size or scaled-down replica of your animal.
Yeah.
So maybe you want just a duplicate. Maybe you want a scaled-down version that it's not going to cause World War III with your wife.
Right.
Maybe this is a compromise. You can do a scaled-down version that you can put on your bookshelf in your office and have 50 of them, and it would be a fraction of the cost. That's another reason. Or maybe you are so proud of this warthog that you want to wear it out to dinner. And I know among hunters, I'm wearing my buffalo cufflinks. It's a great conversation piece.
Always.
Hunters notice it.
Yeah,
but it's not flashy, and so non-hunters really just think it's a cool piece of jewelry. So, and we can also celebrate this animal. It gave its life. We harvested it, and we think that it's worthy of celebrating. So, more than just throwing it away or just eating the meat, which is great. This is a way of honoring the animal. So there's 3 reasons there why you can get it scanned. And then, of course, you've got some benefits like insurance and other things. Plus, it's just pretty cool.
Right. And you've actually got some cufflinks from your Cape Buffalo.
I do indeed.
Yeah.
I'll run out and get them.
That's pretty awesome. Awesome. And y'all are going to be working with Los Cazadores deer contest this fall.
That's the largest deer tournament in the world, and that begins as soon as the Texas deer season starts. Anybody can sign up, but you need to sign up beforehand. That will keep you from killing the world's largest deer and then entering the tournament.
Right.
You get tons of benefits and value adds with the Trophy Scan team. We are revolutionizing their scoring, so it's all going to be done with the volumetrics Trophy Scan scoring techniques. All of it will be online streaming, so you can see in real time where that animal stacks up, and of course we can filter any of those things to give prizes if we want for the biggest spike killed on a Wednesday in what's the county down there? In Webb County,
right.
if we want it.
Yeah.
So once you have all that information, you can do about anything. But
That's right.
We're looking to revamp that tournament. It's always been good. But we're going to add a new element to it, kind of bring it to the 21st century.
Awesome. So a tech company in the outdoor space.
A tech company in the outdoor space.
Awesome.
Imagine that. It's,
awesome. But y'all check it out. We will go into a lot more detail on this week's podcast. So right now...
So here's what we're doing. So we're going to get the bottom side of this thing.
Okay.
Hang on one second. We're going to get the bottom side of this guy just real quick as Jeff is going to lift him up for me. And I'm going to get the bottom half of him so I can get, that's probably good right there, Joe.
And what he's scanning is actually being projected onto the computer here. How cool is that?
This is pretty much my job. It's a fun job.
Well, while you're doing that, also give us your social media. It's at Trophy Scan
Yeah.
for the Instagram crowd. Check it out. And we'll probably do some giveaways too. Maybe someone could get their own cufflinks
Yeah, absolutely.
in the near future. Oh, that's okay. No, you're live on Instagram. Don't apologize. You're doing great. You're really holding that skull like a boss.
Check us out though on Instagram at Trophy Scan, and then of course Facebook. And then if you get some time, go to our website, www.trophyscan.com. Also, we're always looking for ideas. You know, we've got all of the normal stuff, but we could even do a hood ornament for your 1968 Ram truck if you wanted to, or whatever. So if we can scan it, basically we can print it, and if you can think of it, we'll work with you to make whatever custom items you want. I could think of all kinds of stuff we could do. Not that I would ever recommend anyone playing golf, but if you did, we could make some wood covers, of your deer animal, which might bring a cool factor to golf. But if you can think of it, we'll do it. So either get a hold of us on Instagram or our website. There's a contact area, and let us know.
Right on. Golf. That was the first thing I gave up when I started having kids. I said, if I have 5 hours to kill, unabated by my wife's not bothering me, I'm damn sure not going to be spending it playing golf. I'm going to go hunting or fishing.
You're right.
So, when they're older and I have a little more free time, maybe I'll pick up the sticks and do some gardening again. But
You start to have to prioritize when the kids come along, don't you?
That's what people do when they're not sneaky enough to hunt or fish.
yeah,
So, Cable, what we'll do here is, once we have this image and scan, we've got a ton of data here. So to give you an idea, over here on this frame set, I was talking about kind of how this operates. This projector operates and records data at about 16 to 18 frames per second. So that just looks like a whole mess of stuff right there. And in a lot of ways it is. In that maybe 5 minutes we spent scanning right there, we've got 2,700 plus 100, 2,900. We got like 3,500 frames of data
Or photos,
around that animal right there. And so what our software does at that point is clean up all that data, isolates foreground, that object from background and noise and all that, separates that, cleans it out, isolates it, and does what's called a meshing process. Meshes that into that 100% accurate, what's called a watertight file for you techies out there. That just means a basic STL file with no holes in it, and that's what a printer needs in order to print. It needs to print that object with no holes. So once we clean that up, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, in a total of about maybe 10 minutes, we'll have a fully ready to print file of that animal. So if you start to compare that to what it would take a taxidermist to go in and hand mold that and make a cast of that and then start the replication process, it just doesn't even compare. We're light years ahead of being able to do that manually. So a lot of innovative stuff here.
very cool. Very cool. I think we're also going to scan the wolf skull,
Yeah.
maybe a whitetail.
See that one? You said that one's from
Yeah.
Illinois.
There's an
All bass
Illinois.
on it.
We do that muzzleloader one.
Oh, there's the skull hook back there.
Yeah, skull hooker. Yeah, I like skull hooker. I like being able to, move them around.
So where this animal will really shine, it's a gnarly but thick 8-point with fairly short tines. I love him. I would have shot him in a heartbeat. And I love whitetails, but where this thing will shine is in our volumetrics, total volume, measurement.
Yeah, look at these bases there.
And as a hunter, that's what I look for. You know, I like the mass, and there's just no mistaking mass. If it's massive, you know that deer's old.
Yeah.
And for me, it's the challenge aspect. If an animal's old, it got old for a reason. I think that's an excellent trophy.
One little funny gem from our discussion, which actually we already taped for this week's show, but you talked about the two Indians, or the Indian on the hill looking at two bucks, and one buck's a giant and one's not. What do you think the Indian is going to shoot? And he's going to want to shoot the big one, take it back to camp, sit around his teepee, and then bust his buddy's balls and say, look at what I got, you know?
Yep.
And it's inherent in human nature. I mean, we haven't changed since the beginning of time.
No.
Absolutely.
We like big bats, men like big boobs.
And 9 times out of 10, if two deer are in the same spot, eating the same, you know, living off the same land, the bigger deer is also going to have more steaks on his body, you know, and so that's just a no-brainer. And anybody that would deny that, I think, denies a little touch of humanity there.
Yeah. But there's always the guy that says, you can't eat the horns.
Yeah.
But damn it, they look so good on my wall.
Hey, at the same time, though,
And I also got a full freezer.
I mean, we're into using the whole animal, you know. So eat the back straps and don't toss the horns. Scan them.
You saw my kids eating testicles, right?
Yeah, I did see that. That was great.
We don't waste anything. We like the horns, but we eat
I
it
meant
all.
to mention that. That was good.
Yeah. Cool stuff. We'll take some pictures here as well and post them on our page too once we're done with this.
Yeah, I want to show you the post.
Y'all be sure to check it out.